Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalatu wassalamu ala rasulin kareem. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Let's start the topic. Welcome to Al Quran Reflection Step by Step Free Tajweed course. Today lesson we will learn correct articulation, Makhraj, pronunciation of the Arabic letter. You have to see that the picture is Sod, Sin and Za. Although these three letters shares the some articulation point, each one of has unique characteristic Sifaat and must be pronounced correctly to perceive the beauty and accuracy of the Holy Quran. In this lesson, you will learn the common articulation points of Makhraj. Number 2, the characteristics of al-safir, whistling sound. This is the huruful al-safir, we call it. The difference between saw, seen and za, and common pronunciation mistakes and practical tips to improve your recitation. So these lesson, let's bring these lesson and learn these beautiful step by step. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, the articulation of the Sod, Sin and Za. You have to see that the tip of the tongue. The letter Sod, Sin and Za articulation point. The tip of the tongue, with the tongue position close to the inner surface of the lower front incisor. These three letters on the articulation points, but the different on their qualities and Sifaat. Okay, Sod, Sin and Za. So common articulation point of Makharij. The articulation point, the letters Sod, Sin and Za are produced by placing the tip of the tongue close to the inner surface of the lower front incisor, allowing the airflow to pass toward the narrow gap between the tongue and the teeth. You have to see these three postures. Keep minded. The tongue remains inside the mouth. Number 2, the airflow passes smoothly toward the small opening. Number 3, this creates the characteristic sound of these letters. The characteristic of Safir, whistling. So what is Safir? Safir is a sharp and whistling like a sound. So that is the Safir sound. Okay, accomplished. So the sound is whistle sound that accompanies the pronunciation of Sod, Sin and Za. The sound is Safir is a sound controlling, my dear friend. Sound controlling means आपका जो sound है इस तरीके से उस sound को निकालने के लिए कहा जाता है. So Safir is a fine controlling whistling sound, means that produce air passes through the narrowing opening, narrow side you have to see between the tongue of the throat. Okay, that means the tongue position, if you have to see, the closer to the inner surface of the lower front incisor. These three letters articulation point produced like that. Okay, when whistling sound, you have to pronounce the whistling sound. The lots of air passes through the your narrowing opening between the tongue and the teeth. So you have to see the tongue and the teeth is the narrowing opening here on these two postures. So you have to see that the whistling sound is pronunciation is al-safir is here. That is the definition of that. If I give a tip of some teachers, do not force the whistling sound. The whistle it should be cured naturally through correct tongue placement. The South pronunciation I have to take. South is a heavy tafkhim letter. First is. The second is all thought it shares the same articulation points like seen and za. Because the whistle sound, the back of the tongue you have to see is raised towards the roof of the mouth. So you have to see the roof of the mouth and produce the D full sound, my dear. Important tips for students, okay? Keep the sound directly towards the roof of the mouth. Avoid pushing the sound outward towards the lips, okay? The letter seen. The letter seen is a light letter with the characteristics of hums, meaning a noticeable amount of the air flow during pronunciation. Teachers, you should clearly feel the airflow while pronouncing seen, and students also. The letter za. Za is a light letter but differs from the seen because it is voiced. The sound is produced with a vocal cord. So if you are knowing about the vocal cord information, you have to see my Hamza and Ha lesson. So you're knowing about what is the vocal cord. So when your vocal cord is opening, vibration and without a strong release the air. Tips for anyone. Feel the vibration in your throat while saying za, za, za. So the vocal cord is opening. Tafkhim of seen, of sawt. Tafkhim means giving a letter heavy full of by raising the back of the tongue. Only sawt is a heavy amount of these three letters. So we have to carry tafkhim on this letter. With it, comparison. These three letters, letter air flowed and heavy and light. Sawt is a whistling, moderate, heavy. Seen is a whistling, strong, light. And za is a whistling. Za is a whistling, very little light voice letter. Za. Common mistakes के ऊपर बात करेंगे. What people will do common mistakes. Number one is pronouncing sawt like seen. Number two, pushing the lips forward while saying sawt. Number three, forgetting whistling sound. Number four, using too much air in za letter. Number five is not producing enough air with seen. अब प्रैक्टिस की बात करते हैं. सौ, सी, सू. Sa, si, su. za, z, zoo. Repeat each letter sound 5 times with correct tongue placement. टीचर्स के लिए नोट बोलूँगी, राइट डाउन कर लेना अगर काम आया तो, वैसे काम आएगा. रेडी? नंबर 1, check that the tongue stay close to the lower front teeth. जिस भी बच्चे को पढ़ा रहे हो उसको देखो कि उसके जो टंग है उसकी लोअर फ्रंट टीथ के ऊपर है कि नहीं है, क्योंकि जो प्रोनाउंसिएशन हो रही है वो विस्टल की प्रोनाउंसिएशन हो रही है, उसमें सीटी का साउंड होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. नंबर 2, लिसन फॉर द नेचुरल सफ़ीर विस्टलिंग साउंड. बार बार उनसे इस साउंड को सुनो ताकि तुम्हें इंश्योर हो कि सौत का साउंड हैवी है. इंश्योर द साउंड ऑफ सौत हैवी. कंफर्म द सीन साउंड हैज़ क्लियर इन एयर फ्लो एंड कंफर्म द जा साउंड इज़ वॉइस विदाउट एक्सीव एयर. ये बातें मैं इसलिए कहती हूँ क्योंकि मुझे पता होता है कि कहाँ पे आप लोगों को प्रॉब्लम होगी पढ़ाने में. सो इसे राइट डाउन करा करें. क्विक रिवीजन पे आते हैं. नंबर 1, राइट डाउन ऑल दिस पॉइंट. ओके, all 3 letters share the same articulation points. Number 2, they are known as the letters of Safir whistling. Number 3, Saud is a heavy and tafkhim. Number 4, Seen is a light and release, noticeable airflow. And number 5, Za is a light voice and has minimal airflow. अब आपके लिए ये आपकी अपनी ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा चॉइस होगी कि आप किस तरीके से अपने लेसन्स को लेके चलते हैं, कैसे अपने स्टूडेंट्स को गाइड करते हैं. जो लेसन में मैंने आपको टिप दी है ये एक हर टीचर्स के लिए ज़रूरी है कि इस टिप्स को राइट डाउन कर ले, या आपके लेसन्स में काम आएगी. मेरे चैनल पे आप लोग को जवाब देना है अगर आप लोगों ने पूरा लेसन अच्छे से देखा है. तमाम स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ये क्वेश्चन है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, which letter sound is heavy or air flowed? Answer me. Number 2, which letter have a vibration sound and have a vocal cord sound? If you learn this lesson clearly, so you might know these answer, and answer me on the comment below. Thank you so much for watching this channel. Let's stop here. We will be talking I will coach you the next lesson about the next articulation points of the tip of the tongue. I hope these lesson will be beneficial for you all. I know this lesson is beneficial for all you teachers, your students and everyone. लाइक शेयर करना इस वीडियो को ना भूलेगा. थैंक यू सो मच. अल्लाह हाफिज़.